1 week out from the successful glitchy bulb removal surgery, I stood halfway over the threshold into my apartment. Hand on the open door, pondering the dark clashing against the harsh brightness of the common hall. I heard the ding of the elevator stopping on my floor, and my next door neighbor Dave stepped out. "Hey," he said. "Night shift?" I asked. "You know it." Dave and I both worked night shifts frequently at our respective jobs. Though he seemed to actually do them nightly, I rarely saw him during the day. He paused at the door of his apartment before pointing at mine and asking, "Your bulb out?" I hadn't realized my gaze had locked onto the still empty light fixture. Yeah, kinda. I turned to him. "Hey, you ever have, like, weird problems with your lights in your apartment?" He scoffed. "Yeah, of course. This building's a dump. It's a wonder you haven't come crashing down on us while we sleep." He pulled out his keys. "I was nearly electrocuted by my coffee machine the other night." I laughed dryly. "Yeah, but, I mean, have you ever had anything weird happen with the lights specifically? Like they started flickering in weird patterns?" I felt ridiculous as soon as the syllable slipped away, knowing I just labeled myself as the loony neighbor that has conversations with light bulbs. Dave paused again with his keys still unturned in the lock, head tilted, a frown on his face. "You okay, man?" I laughed again. The sound barely rasped, and certainly not joyful. "Yeah, sure. One too many night shifts, you know." He nodded, clearly unmoved. "Sure." "Sure," I repeated. "Good night." "Night." I was in my apartment with the door closed before he had removed his keys. Yeah, I won't be making eye contact with him for the next few days, I thought. I looked over my meager collection of belongings, just vague shapes and shadowy outlines in the dark. All secondhand, thrifted, pulled free off street corners. The newest thing I bought for myself in the last 6 months were light bulbs. They were currently sitting in their half-open box on my kitchen counter, looking all shiny and new. The first few nights I'd come home from work, I instinctively reached out for the switch and was surprised when my hall was still dim, confusion and annoyance fading away to sheepish embarrassment, and soon enough, relief. Yeah, it was a little creepy at first coming home from the night shift to further darkness, but the stillness was preferable to that irritating light, that itch. I tossed the keys on the counter, right next to that fresh box of bulbs. I flicked on the light that hung over the sink, casting a weak yellow glow over the 5-foot radius into the kitchen, spotlighting my tower of unwanted dishes. I opened the fridge and took stock. Expired milk, old takeout, an amalgamation of rotten vegetables turning to green-gray sludge at the bottom of the drawer. Should probably take care of that, I thought as I reached for the phone to order pizza, but something made me pause on the lock screen, thumb hovering over the home button. Hair raised, goosebumps buzzing. That itch. I looked over my shoulder, eyes landing on the ugly light fixture over the sink. That cool, tingling feeling at the back of my neck got worse, like I was squirming under the gaze of some thing that sixth sense was turning in. On, off, on. I was on the switch in an instant, the only light now coming from the cool fridge bulb. I swung that door shut hard enough to hear something fall inside. Again, darkness. Again, relief. Slowly, the buzzing went away, my breath calming. I felt my hands trembling, crushed them into fists.